Dear students, today I am starting a chapter for class 12th student, and this chapter is electrostatic. Here you will read all the property of charge in rest position. You know that this is the first chapter, and while you are starting in class 12th you are getting trouble to understand this chapter. Meaning only the same. Here you will read all property of charge, that is at rest condition. Electrostatic, the meaning of electrostatic means charge at rest. Here I am just discussing all property of charge at rest. First you consider what is charge. Before starting this, I just give you an idea about that. About 2500 years ago, scientists are doing an experiment that they are taking the amber wood and they rub with the silk, and ebonite rod they rub with the cat skin. They found that amber wood and ebonite rod are having property to attract the other things. Might you have done in your classes, earlier classes, that you take a plastic scale, you are rubbing it with the hair, and you find that the bits of paper are attracted by that scale. Similarly here, nothing else, nothing, same. That what is the charge means when they two body are rubbed with each other, what is happening? The body, one body get some property to attract the other things. What is happening is means while you are rubbing onto each other, something is transferred from them onto each other. This something is actually charge. Why? Because they use the word while they are attracting and repulsing that they are charged. Means something transferred from one body to other body. Conventionally they are saying that their charges are two types, because ebonite rod and amber wood are having the different property. So this type of electricity is developed, that is called friction electricity. Friction electricity, because of the friction or rubbing you are getting the charge, that is called friction electricity. The property also find that like charges repel each other. Like charges repel each other, and unlike charges attract each other. Unlike attract each other. This all things you have already read in your earlier classes, only for recalling. The modern view is that that is atomic theory basically, that every material is made up of atom, and atoms are neutral, means they are having the three type of particles: proton, electron and neutron. You know that. Scientists said that when the both bodies are rubbed each other, some electron transfer from one body to other body. For explaining that, suppose you are rubbing amber wood with the help of silk. Amber would get a electron and that becomes negative, and silk they are transferring electron, that becomes positive. So when body A is rubbed with the body B, and what is happening? The electrons are transferring from body A to body B. So A becomes negative and B becomes positive, because body A is getting electron and body B is giving electron. So this way you can understand the friction electricity. The amount of charge is calculated with the help of formula Q is equal to Ne, where Q is the charge value or charge, and N is number of electron. N is number of electron. And you know what is E? E is the charge of electron. E is charge of electron. This way you can calculate the how much charges on any body. This way you can calculate. I can give you the one questions for you to solving it. Just you take questions. Question number 1 for you, that is let body A getting 10 to 10,000 electron from body B. So the charges on each, how you calculate? You can use a formula, simple formula, Q is equal to NE. You just use this formula here, put the value of 10,000 and charges of electron, that is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 Coulomb charge, and when you will solve, the charge will be 1.6 into 10 to power minus 15 Coulomb charge. On A, that will be negative, and B, that will be the positive. You know the minimum charge is how much? That is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 Coulomb. This charge is called, that is charge of electron. This charge of electron is the minimum charge. Charge of electron is minimum charge, that is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 Coulomb. And here the Coulomb is the unit of charge and Coulomb is the unit of charge. One thing, quantization of charge. On the basis of Millikan oil drop method, that is the experiment, and when oil drop slits are spread in between the charged plates and they become charged due to the friction, it was found that the charge on droplets are the integral multiple of charge of electron, that is N is the full integer, that is whole integer, means the fraction of electron charge is not possible, and this is called quantization of charge. N is the whole number, that is not a fraction, means charge is either 1 electron, 2 electron or 3 electron, or maybe what's the value, but it must be a whole number. It means fraction of charge of electron is not possible, and this is called quantization of charge. Basically this is a old question. Now we are having the some particles, they are called quarks particle, and they are having the plus 2 by 3 electron and 1 by 3 electron charges, means the fraction of charges are found, and these are called the quarks particles. Conjugation of charges. Conjugation of charge means how much charge is there, they are conserved. The total charge on any body always conserved. How much you are giving, the charges are conserved. Suppose one body having 100 Coulomb charge, another having 50 Coulomb charge, when both are attract, the total charge will be 150 Coulomb charge, means that is called conservation of charges. Additive of charge, additive nature means जितना भी charge है आप एक दूसरे पे equally distribute हो जाते हैं. This is all about the charges. Now charges production by the friction velocity and by the induction method. What is induction method? Induction method is nothing. You just put one body to another near to by one a body, other body, and due to the attraction or repulsion, suppose you are having a two body A and B, and A body is charged. You are just keeping near to body B which is uncharged. You find after some time the body B becomes charged because the charges on A, they start attracting the opposite nature of charge of body B, and we find that body B again charged, and this method is called induction method. This method is called induction method. The force acting between the charged bodies is called Coulombian force. Force acting between the charged bodies is called Coulombian force. We can calculate the force that is called Coulomb's law. that is called Coulomb's law, and it is a well-known law, that is the electrostatic force, and we call it the force acting between the charged particles. This is there is an interaction force acting between the interaction force acting between the charged particles which is directly proportional to product of their charges and universally proportional to the square of distance between them. Let two charged body A be considered like body A or we take a point body A in spite of charge, we take a point 1 here and we mark it Q1, and other point B mark it Q2. It is marked as 1, and the force, the distance between 1 and 2 is let R. Then according to the Coulomb's law, force acting between them is A proportional to Q1 Q2 and A proportional to 1 upon R square. A proportional to 1 upon R square. We take the both and that becomes Q1 Q2 over R square. We introduce here the constant terms, and that is 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 over R square. Now here I am giving you the new points for you. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. This is a constant term. What is epsilon 0? This value is 8.85 into 10 to power minus 12 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Now the whole value is 9 into 10 to power 9. Now what is this epsilon 0? This is the permittivity of space. How can you say that? What is the permittivity? New term for you. Try to understand. Suppose you two friends are sitting to each other nearby and you want to fight with each other. Means what, you want to apply a force on each other. What will happen? The medium in between you that will allow to apply a force, permit you to apply a force. Similarly, if your friend is here and other wall is in between you and other force is there, another person is there, and you want to apply a force on each other, wall will not permit you, that will restrict you. So where the charges are kept, whether that medium permit to apply the force, we consider in the permittivity, and this is called permittivity. So don't be confused, it is a new term for you, and this is called epsilon, a new word for you. In physics you will get so much name like epsilon, and this is the formula of 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 over R square. As you know that the unit of force is Newton. Now take a questions. Unit of take a questions like, you take a two body A and body B. Here the word body A and body B, nothing, only the digit circle. Take a body, letter Q1 here. We consider question. Body A having charge 6 into 10 to power 12 coulomb, and another is minus 6 into 10 to power 12 coulomb plus 12 coulomb charge. The distance between them is, suppose 1 meter. Then force value, calculate the force value. You will use the formula F is equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 over R square. You put the value 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9, value is 9. Q1 is 6 into 10 to power 12, and here it is 6 into 10 to power 12, and here is 1 meter. What you are getting? 9 into 36, 9 into 30. Let's take a little bit pause. I'm just running. Now I'm going to start again. Here it's 9 into 36 into 10 to power 9 plus 12 plus 12. You find that a very large amount of force. That is about 149 6 54, 9 3 are 27 plus 5, 9 3 are 54, 9 3 are 27 plus 5 32 into 10 to power 24 and plus 9, 24 plus 9 33 Newton. You see the value becomes 3.24 into 10 to power 35 Newton. 35 Newton. This much large amount of force. Basically charges are considered in the other form, that is microcoulomb. Microcoulomb. You know the charge of electron is 1.6 in 10 to power minus 19. So we consider it 1 microcoulomb is 10 to power minus 6 coulomb. So we consider the force acting between the charges are electrostatic force is larger than the gravitational force. This way we calculate the charge value. This way we calculate the force acting between the charge value. Now this is all about the charge and the forces acting between the charges, that is Coulombian force. In my next slide you will get the vector sum or another part of this video you will see. And now you just click and like and subscribe for the next click the bell icon for the next video also. I will release soon for this. Thank you for that.